Have you ever wondered why some people thrive under pressure while others break? What if the greatest strength doesn't come from control but from acceptance? This isn't just a philosophy. It's a way to become unshakable. Welcome back to Live Stoic Now. Today, we dive into the powerful mind of Epictetus, born into slavery. Yet he rose through sheer inner mastery. His teachings are more than ancient wisdom. They are tools for building modern strength. Tools you can start using right now. 1. Amor fati. Embrace your fate. Amor fati means to love your fate, not just accept it, but embrace it fully. It's about saying yes to life, including its hardships, losses, and detours. When things don't go your way, the Stoic doesn't complain. He adapts. He sees every obstacle as a chance to rise. When you live this way, life stops feeling like something happening to you and starts feeling like something you're forging with your own hands. Whatever comes, good or bad, say, "This too I welcome. This too I use." That's the Stoic way. Like it. Lock in. Let's enter the world of Epictetus together. 2. Serve others. Contribute to the common good. Stoicism teaches that virtue isn't about retreating into solitude. It's about rising to serve. When you help others, you're not just giving, you're growing. True fulfillment isn't found in chasing success for yourself, but in lifting others with you. Marcus Aurelius said, "What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee." You are part of something bigger. So ask yourself, where can I bring value today? Who can I support without expecting anything back? A Stoic doesn't wait to be asked. He steps up. He contributes. 3. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. You will die. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow, but one day, without warning. The Stoics didn't fear this. They embraced it. Memento mori is a reminder to live while you still can. When you remember death, you stop wasting time. You stop holding grudges. You stop chasing things that don't matter. Every moment becomes sacred. So next time you hesitate, ask yourself, if today was your last day, would this be worth it? If not, walk away. Focus on what matters, because one day it'll all be gone. 4. Self-discipline. Your inner compass. Discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom. Freedom from regret, from weakness, from chaos. It's the quiet decision to keep going when motivation fades. When others quit, you stay the course. Self-discipline means doing what's right, especially when it's hard. It's how you build momentum, brick by brick. Even on the days when you feel nothing. The Stoics didn't wait for inspiration. They acted with purpose. So ask yourself, what would my best self do right now? Then do it. No excuses. Just forward. 5. Morning routine. Your blueprint for success. Your mornings shape your mind. They set the rhythm for everything that follows. A Stoic doesn't stumble into the day hoping it goes well. He prepares. He aligns his thoughts, his actions, his purpose before the world can pull him off course. Whether it's 5 minutes of silence, a cold shower, or writing down your intentions, your morning is your anchor. Guard it fiercely. Control the first hour, and the rest of the day follows. Own the sunrise. Own your life. 6. Essentialism. Simplify your life. A cluttered life clouds the mind. The Stoic path is one of clarity, of stripping away the unnecessary to reveal what truly matters. Ask yourself, what am I doing that adds no value, yet drains my time, my energy, my focus? Cut it. Cut the noise. Cut the distractions. Simplify your surroundings. Simplify your schedule. Essentialism isn't about having less, it's about making room for what matters most. In simplicity, you find strength. In focus, you find freedom. 7. Adaptability. Embrace change. Change is not your enemy. Resistance is. The Stoics didn't fight the river, they learned to flow with it. Life will shift, break, and bend your plans. Good. That's where you grow. Adaptability means staying flexible in mind, not fragile in spirit. When things fall apart, you don't panic, you pivot. Like bamboo in a storm, you bend but never break. Don't cling to how it should be. Embrace what isn't, rise with it. 8. Action over information. Turn knowledge into power. Knowing is not enough. Doing is everything. The Stoics taught that wisdom is worthless without action. You can read every book, listen to every podcast, and still stay stuck because motion matters more than intention. Real change begins when you move, when you act, when you stop waiting for the perfect moment. Knowledge is the seed, but action is the root. Nothing grows until you plant it. 9. Tolerant with others, strict with yourself. Balance strength and compassion. The Stoics held themselves to the highest standards, but offered patience to everyone else. Why? Because you control you, not the world. Be fierce in your self-discipline. Set the bar high for your growth, your actions, your integrity. But when others fall short, offer understanding. They're on their own path. Don't lower your standard, just raise your empathy. That's true Stoic strength. 10. Resilience. Bounce back stronger. Life will test you. It will knock you down when you least expect it. But resilience is your inner armor. The Stoics didn't crumble under pressure. They grew sharper, stronger, wiser. Don't run from pain. Face it. Learn from it. Use it. Every setback is a forge. And every time you rise, you prove that nothing can break you unless you let it. 11. Empathy. Understand before you judge. Stoics valued reason, but never at the cost of humanity. Empathy isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the strength to pause, to see from another's eyes, and to feel without being consumed. When you understand someone's pain, you don't need to agree, you just need to listen. And in that space of quiet understanding, real strength is born. 12. Mindfulness. Be where your feet are. A distracted mind is a defeated one. The Stoics practiced presensino to escape the future or rewrite the past, but to command the now. Mindfulness means slowing the noise, anchoring to this moment, and breathing through it fully. You can't master your life if you're not even present for it. So stop drifting. Be where your feet are. That's where peace begins. 13. Purpose. Live with a why. Without purpose, you're just drifting. The Stoics live by reason, not routine. Purpose isn't found, it's chosen. It's the reason you rise with discipline, not motivation. A man with a why can endure almost anyhow. Ask yourself daily, what am I truly serving? When you act with purpose, even suffering becomes sacred. 14. Continuous learning. Never stop growing. The moment you think you know it all is the moment growth dies. The Stoics were eternal students reading, reflecting, refining. Learning isn't a phase, it's fuel. Every conversation, every mistake, every book is a doorway to greater clarity. Stay curious, stay sharp. Because the wise man learns from everything, even his enemies. 15. Gratitude. Counting your blessings. Gratitude shifts your lens. It takes your focus off what's missing and places it on what's real, what's already here. The Stoics didn't wait for perfect moments to feel thankful. They trained their minds to see the gift in every breath, even hardship, even loss. Because when you choose gratitude, life stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like enough. 16. Patience. Mastering the art of waiting. Patience is strength in stillness. In a world addicted to urgency, the Stoic waits calm, grounded, unmoved. He understands that not everything blooms overnight. Growth takes time. Wisdom takes time. You don't rush nature, and you don't rush yourself, because patience isn't passive, it's powerful. It's knowing that what matters will come if you keep showing up with discipline and clarity. 17. Kindness. Small acts, big impact. Kindness isn't weakness, it's strength under control. A Stoic doesn't need to dominate the room to leave an impact. Does it through calm presence, steady action, and compassion in moments that matter. A kind word, a helping hand, a moment of patience. These shape the world more than any speech. True power? It's being strong enough to stay kind, even when life isn't. 18. Courage. Face what you fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to move forward despite it. The Stoics taught that fear is just a signal knot, a command. You fear speaking up? Then speak. You fear failure? Then act. Courage is forged in action. Not in thinking, not in waiting, in doing. The warrior steps into the storm not because he's fearless, but because he knows purpose matters more than comfort. 19. Simplicity. Less, but better. In a world drowning in noise and clutter, simplicity is rebellion. The Stoics knew that peace comes not from having more, but needing less. When you strip away the non-essential possessions, obligations, distractions, you uncover what truly matters: a calm mind, a clear path, a purposeful life. Simplicity isn't lack, it's clarity. It's the courage to say, "This is enough." 20. Honesty, the spine of character. Honesty isn't just telling the truth, it's standing in it. It's aligning your actions with your words, even when it costs you. The Stoics believed that integrity is not situational, it's foundational. When you lie, even to yourself, you fracture your character. But when you live truthfully, you walk with strength. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear. Just you're real, clear, and unshakable. 21. Healthy lifestyle. Your body, your duty. The Stoics saw the body as a vessel for virtue. You can't master your mind if you neglect your flesh. Discipline in food, movement, and rest isn't vanity, it's self-respect. A healthy body supports a resilient mind. You train not to impress, but to endure. You eat clean not for image, but for clarity. You sleep well not to escape, but to recover. Take care of the body, because it's the engine of your mission. 22. Forgiveness. Set down the weight. Holding on to anger is like gripping a burning coal. It only burns you. The Stoics knew resentment is self-inflicted suffering. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's liberation. When you release the grudge, you reclaim your peace. You stop letting someone else's actions rent space in your mind. Let it go, not because they deserve peace, but because you do. 23. Respect. Honor what's human in others. Respect isn't just about manners. It's about recognizing the shared dignity in every soul you meet. The Stoics taught that all humans are fragments of the same divine reason. That means the stranger, the enemy, the friend, they're all part of the same whole. Treating others with respect doesn't make you soft, It makes you principled. It shows that your character isn't dependent on theirs. 24. Optimism, the warrior's light. Stoic optimism isn't naive. It's not about pretending everything's fine. It's the disciplined belief that whatever happens, you'll find a way through. It's about facing darkness with open eyes and still choosing to see the path forward. When others collapse under fear, the Stoic keeps moving. Why? Because optimism isn't hope without reason. It's strength with purpose. 25. Responsibility, own your path. To the Stoic, responsibility is freedom. It's the bold act of saying, no one else is coming. My life is mine to shape. It means no more blame, no more waiting. When you take full ownership of your choices, your mindset, your actions, you stop being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of your future. True power begins the moment you say, this is on me. 26. Balance. Hold the center. Stoic strength isn't about going to extremes. It's about finding your center and holding it through chaos, success, loss, and noise. Balance means working hard without burning out. It means caring deeply without losing yourself. Like a tightrope walker, you don't rush. You breathe. You adjust. You stay focused on the next step. Because a calm, balanced mind is unshakable, and that's where true power lives. 27. Focus. One thought, one mission. A scattered mind is a defeated mind. The Stoics knew this well. True focus is the ability to silence the noise and lock in on what matters. Not 10 things, just one. One task, one purpose. One mission. When you align your thoughts, your energy, and your actions toward a single aim, distractions dissolve. Every breath becomes intention. Every step becomes progress. Focus isn't just meant to lead spiritual. It's how you carve meaning from chaos. 28. Humility. Embrace your imperfection. True strength doesn't boast. It listens. It learns. It grows. Humility is not weakness, it's wisdom in disguise. It's the quiet voice that says, I don't know everything, and that's why I keep evolving. The Stoics taught us to see ourselves clearly, without exaggeration or self-pity. You're not better than anyone, but you can always be better than you were yesterday. Humility keeps your mind open and your ego in check. And with that, growth becomes unstoppable. 28. Adapt to change. Embrace the flow of life. Life is motion, and change is the rule, not the exception. The Stoics didn't fight change, they flowed with it. Like a river bending around rocks, you must remain flexible, not fragile. Resisting change only leads to suffering. But when you adapt, you grow. When you accept what is, you gain the power to shape what will be. Ask yourself, am I clinging to the past, or am I moving with life? Because real power lies in your ability to adjust with grace. 30. Mindset. The power of perspective. Your mind is your battlefield, and your mindset determines the outcome. The Stoics taught that it's not events that disturb us, but how we interpret them. A growth mindset sees obstacles as fuel. A fixed one sees them as threats. Which one are you feeding? When your perspective shifts from, why is this happening to me, to, what is this teaching me, everything changes. Master your mindset, and you master your life. 31. Self-reflection. The mirror of the soul. In a world obsessed with noise, self-reflection is a quiet rebellion. It's the act of turning inward, asking yourself not just what you're doing, but why. The Stoics believe that an unexamined life isn't worth living. So pause, review your day. What did you do well? Where did you slip? Self-reflection is how warriors sharpen their inner blade. Not for guilt, but for growth. 32. Acceptance of imperfection. Embrace your humanity. You are not a machine. You are not supposed to be flawless. The Stoics understood this deep-lie perfection is not the goal, virtue is. Every mistake is a lesson. Every flaw is a chance to grow. Stop chasing the illusion of perfection and start embracing the truth of progress. Accept your scars, own your setbacks. They are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you're still in the fight. 33. Invest in learning. Fuel your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Every moment spent learning sharpens your vision, expands your perspective, and strengthens your decisions. The Stoics believed wisdom wasn't inherited, it was earned. So feed your mind daily. Read, reflect, ask questions. Don't just consume information, transform it into action. Knowledge alone is potential. Applied knowledge? That's power. 34. Admire others. Let greatness inspire you. To admire someone is not to diminish yourself. It's to recognize excellence and let it awaken your own potential. The Stoics taught us to learn from those who embody strength, virtue, and wisdom, not to envy, but to emulate. When you see greatness, don't shrink. Study it. Let it challenge you to rise higher. Let admiration become a mirror, not a measuring stick. 35. Love unconditionally, without attachments or ego. To love unconditionally is to give without demand, to care without control. The Stoics weren't naive about love. They saw it as a practice of virtue, not possession. True love doesn't cling, it liberates. It seeks the good of the other, not validation for the self. When you love this way, without strings or fear, you rise above ego. And in that selfless act, you become more whole, not less. 36. Cultivate relationships. Build bonds that endure. Great relationships don't happen by accident. Like any garden, they require presence, patience, and care. The Stoics knew that friendship based on virtue and not convenience or flattery was among life's highest goods. Choose people who challenge your character, not your peace. Water those bonds with honesty and respect. Pull the weeds of resentment and neglect. In nurturing others with intention, you strengthen the very soul of your life. 37. Punctuality. Respect time. Time is one of life's rarest currencies, and the Stoics treated it with sacred discipline. Being punctual isn't just about showing up on time, it's a declaration of integrity. It says, I value your time as much as my own. When you honor commitments, you build trust. When you're late, you erode it. Respecting time reflects respect for life itself, because every wasted minute is a moment you'll never get back. 38. Graciousness. Poise and elegance. Graciousness is quiet strength. It's the ability to stay composed when others lose control, to speak with dignity when others shout. The Stoics taught us that how we respond under pressure defines our character. Graciousness isn't weakness, it's mastery of emotion. When you're calm in conflict, graceful in disagreement, and kind in power, you radiate an elegance the world can't ignore. 39. Savor moments. Find joy in the present. Life is not lived in the past or future. It happens now, in small, fleeting moments we often overlook. The Stoics remind us to slow down, to notice, to appreciate. A breeze on your face, a warm drink, a quiet laugh. These aren't distractions. They are life itself. Savoring them is not indulgence, it's wisdom. because the present is the only place where peace and joy can truly exist. 40. Environmental awareness. Caring for our planet. A Stoic understands that we are part of a greater whole. The earth sustains us, and we must, in turn, care for it. Environmental awareness is not a trend, it's a duty. Every small action, recycling, conserving, choosing wisely, is an expression of virtue. It shows discipline, responsibility, and respect for future generations. Live simply, tread lightly, and remember, to live in harmony with nature is to live in alignment with reason. 40. Generosity. A heart of giving. True generosity flows not from abundance, but from intention. A Stoic doesn't give to impress or to gain favor, they give because it is right. Time, kindness, attention, these are treasures as valuable as gold. When you give without expecting return, you strengthen your soul. You detach from ego, and in doing so, you affirm the Stoic truth. That wealth lies not in possessions, but in character. Give freely, give wisely, and let your generosity speak louder than your words. 42. Inner peace. Harmony within. Inner peace is not the absence of noise, but the mastery of stillness amidst it. A Stoic doesn't wait for the world to quiet down, they build calm within. When you anchor your mind to virtue, chaos loses its grip. You stop reacting to every storm. You choose how you respond. Peace is found not in control, but in clarity. It's the space between stimulus and response. And in that space, you reclaim your freedom. Stillness is strength. Silence is power. And true peace, that begins within. 43. Integrity, the pillar of trust. Integrity isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. When your actions match your values, you stand on solid ground. A Stoic doesn't bend their principles for comfort or applause. They do what's right, even when no one is watching. That's what builds real trust, not just with others, but with yourself. Because when you know you're acting with honor, you don't need validation. You carry a quiet strength that no one can shake. Integrity is your compass. Let it guide every step. 44. Calmness. Navigating storms with poise. Calmness isn't weakness, it's mastery. When chaos rises, most people react, they panic, lash out, or retreat. But the Stoic remains still, not because they feel nothing, but because they've trained their mind to choose clarity over confusion. A calm mind sees clearly, acts wisely, and speaks with purpose. It's not about suppressing emotion, it's about mastering response. Like a seasoned captain in rough seas, you don't fight the storm, you navigate it. Let calmness be your anchor. 45. Curiosity. Eyes wide open. Curiosity is not just for children. It's the fuel of a growing mind. A Stoic doesn't assume they know everything they ask. They observe. They explore. Curiosity keeps the mind open and flexible, ready to evolve rather than remain stuck in rigid thinking. When others stop questioning, the Stoic leans in deeper. They see every person, every setback, and every conversation as a chance to learn. So ask more, seek more, because the moment you stop being curious is the moment you stop growing. 46. Empowerment. Unleash your potential. Empowerment doesn't come from others handing you permission. It comes from realizing you already hold the keys. A Stoic understands. You don't wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. You set your standards. You define your direction. True empowerment is quiet. It's not loud declaration sites, calm action. It's waking up and saying, I own this day. The more you take responsibility, the more control you gain. And the moment you stop seeking approval is the moment you start unlocking your real potential. 47. Altruism. Give without expecting. Altruism isn't weakness. It's strength in its purest form. To give, truly give, without needing applause, recognition, or repayment, is to act from virtue. The Stoics taught that the value of a deed lies not in the reward, but in the intention. When you help someone without keeping score, you rise above ego. Your actions become an offering to humanity. And in doing so, you nourish your own soul. Because giving without expectation isn't just good, it's powerful. It reminds you that your purpose is bigger than yourself. 48. Open-mindedness. Embrace new perspectives. A closed mind is a locked cage, but the Stoic path calls for openness, not to accept everything blindly, but to listen, reflect, and evolve. Open-mindedness is not weakness, it is courage. The courage to admit you don't know everything. The strength to hear a new idea without fear. When you embrace new perspectives, you sharpen your judgment, deepen your understanding, and grow beyond your former self. Stay curious, stay humble. Let wisdom in, even when it challenges what you think you know. 49. Temperance. The power of self-control. In a world driven by indulgence, temperance is rebellion. It's the quiet discipline to say, enough, when the world screams, more. The Stoics knew, real power isn't found in excess, but in control. Temperance sharpens your focus. It grounds your decisions. It guards your peace. Whether it's food, pleasure, anger, or ambition, restraint isn't denial, it's freedom. You don't master life by taking everything. You master it by knowing what to refuse. Self-control isn't limitation, it's elevation. 50. Detachment. Freedom through letting go. Detachment isn't cold indifference. It's clarity. The Stoics taught us to care deeply without clinging, to act with conviction without being enslaved by outcomes. When you detach from praise, criticism, fear, or desire, you reclaim control. You stop reacting. You start choosing. You rise above the noise and root yourself in what's real, your principles, your purpose, your path. True detachment doesn't mean withdrawing from life. It means showing up fully without letting anything own you. Choose mastery over comfort. You've just walked through 50 timeless Stoic principles, but none of it matters unless you act. So don't just admire the path, walk it. Choose mastery over comfort. Choose strength over distraction. And above all, choose to live deliberately. If this message stirred something in you, leave a comment. Let us know what principle spoke to your soul. Subscribe, stay grounded, and as always, live Stoic now.